Hi, I'm Annemarie, your Wild Birds Unlimited expert with Moana Nursery, here to talk to you about California quail. When it comes to identifying California quail, there's two things you can look for to differentiate the males from the females. On the males, you'll see bright black facial markings with some white accents on the side that are typically not seen in the duller gray females. Or you can look for the distinctive black top knot or lump of feathers at the top of the male quail's head. It looks like one feather, but it's actually 6. The females also have that top knot. It's just not as big. It's pretty small. When it comes to feeding California quail, there's 2 products I especially recommend. The first one, if you don't want to refill your feeders very often, is the Quail Block. Now this is made of all the foods quail love: millet, corn, black oil sunflower, and a little calcium for bone growth. Or if you prefer a loose option, the Dove and Quail Blend. Both of these work especially great as quail tend to feed on the ground and like to scratch around, so you can really toss out a handful of seed or place the block anywhere and they'll be quite happy. If you'd prefer to contain the mess though, you can either use a small tray feeder or a large hanging platform. You just want to make sure whatever feeder you use has a large base so the quail can comfortably land as they are, kind of bigger birds. Feeding quail this time of year is also very important for a couple of reasons. Now, they're not quite there, but soon quail will be starting to nest. So it's important to provide foods that will nourish them, but also, in the case of added calcium, really enrich the bones of growing birds or help mother quail as they build eggshells in their body. Now, when it comes to nesting, quail can lay anywhere from a couple eggs to 2 dozen, but really, most of them aren't likely to make it to adulthood. And that could be environmental factors, outside cats. They're really quite susceptible to being preyed upon. So it's important to have that dense shrubbery, a nice food source, active water close to the ground so the quail can get what they need and then go back to the safety of their home. Or if you'd like to support California quail, there are plenty of ways to do so, even if you're not feeding them. One of the favorite plants I like to recommend is Russian sage or dogwood, blackberry and currant, anything really that's low to the ground, but quite dense so the quail can sort of burrow within, make their own tunnels, and really feel secure from birds of prey or outdoor cats. If you have any questions about California quail or other local backyard birds, stop by Moana Nursery today.